Thank you. Sorry, I was like packing up the lungs back there.
It's Chelsea.
But I'm not sick, so. Good afternoon. First, giving honor to God, who is the head of my life. Until you're broken, you don't know what you're made of. It gives you the ability to build yourself all over again, but stronger than before. As I was growing up, I was told, don't speak unless you're spoken to, because a child is seen but not heard. You have nothing to say. No one hears you. Nothing you say is important. Have you ever felt this way? Have you ever felt you were in a room and no one noticed you were there? Have you ever felt you were screaming at the top of your lungs, but no one could hear you? Well, you're not alone. I would let people talk to me however they chose, and I was afraid to tell them no. I could not do something, even when I was spread thin. I would not say anything because I did not want to hurt their feelings. I would not tell them no because I wanted to see them happy with what they had going on. But isn't that funny? I was concerned about their feelings and their happiness when mine was getting hurt and I felt sad. As an adult, I experienced a job where my manager embarrassed me several times in front of other employees. I was afraid to speak up for myself because of the fear of being fired. I would come home many days upset because I let another day go by without speaking my voice. Once again, I pushed my feelings under the rug and started a new day. Till one day, my boyfriend and I was having a conversation about speaking up, and he said to me, Tamela, you are a beautiful person. Why do you continue to let people talk to you that way, and you don't speak up for yourself? I answered, it was fear. Fearing that the other person would think and feel. He also said, then why do you accept their behavior? I could not respond because this was an aha moment for me. I never thought of it this way, accepting one's behavior. One day I was at work, and I was conducting military orientation, because I'm a trainer by trade, with 8 people in attendance and my manager. I was reorganizing the room for an exercise, and all of a sudden, my manager said in front of the group, that's not how you set up the room. Do you know what you're doing? I will do the exercise myself. I don't need your assistance. The room went quiet. The energy that was once there was no longer. I left the day upset and in disbelief that she talked to me this way again. I called my boyfriend and I told him what happened. And he said, you have to say something. You have to say something to her, because it's not the first, or second, or third time she spoke to you this way, and it's not okay. I said, it's okay. I'll just let it go. That's just how she is. And then he said, it's not okay. You better say something tomorrow, and I'm going to call you to make sure you did, and you better have an update for me. I mean, wow, the pressure is on. At this point, I became the adult that God called me to be, and it reminds me of this Bible verse. When I was a child, I spoke as a child. I understood as a child. I thought as a child. But when I became a woman, I put away childish things.
All right now.
That's 1 Corinthians 13:11. The next day appeared. I heard my manager come in the office, and my heart began to race, and my palms began to sweat. I knew my boyfriend was counting on me, and I also knew in my heart I had to finally find my voice and say something. 9 a.m. came. I heard her say she was going into a meeting. 10 o'clock came, and she finally came by my desk to say good morning. I noticed she was in a good mood, so I told myself, this is your opportunity to talk to her about yesterday. I politely asked, can I talk to you for a minute? She said, sure. Do you want to talk here in my office? I said, in your office. She said, you're already in your office. I said, in your office. I was walking to her office, which was only about 50 steps. From my cubicle, I was praying to myself, God, please watch over my tongue and let the right words come out. When I began to speak, I spoke in a calm voice and stated how the incident yesterday made me feel, which I felt less than, ignored, and I began to lose confidence in myself. She apologized and said she didn't realize she made me feel that way. I did not believe her apology was sincere, but I felt relieved that I finally spoke up for what I believed in, and my voice was finally heard. This feels very good. Why didn't I do this a long time ago? Why did it take me so long to get here? One lesson I learned from this was if you don't speak up, how are people supposed to know you are feeling and how they made you feel? If you are struggling with finding your voice, remember the following. Don't give your power away. Of course, all of this will take a bit of time and practice, especially since you're trying to change a long entrenched habit of keeping your thoughts to yourself. But it's worth the effort. If you don't share your thoughts, you're doing yourself a disservice. When you find your voice, you don't find some new thing inside of you. Instead, you find a little more of you. You find a little more freedom to speak, express, and let yourself be heard. You find that your voice isn't anywhere other than inside of you or anywhere else than who you are. The real work is wondering why you don't like what you already have to say. The real work is letting your voice speak and to let it be good enough. The real work is letting your voice matter more than meeting the needs and expectations of everyone else, whether they are real or perceived. Once again, my name is Tamela Sullivan, and I am the co-founder of Empowerment University, and I'm a first-time author. And I would like to give this wonderful opportunity to share my story. And I thank Shemaine for letting me do so. And so thank you, and you can find more about hearing my voice on page 156 of the book.